today we're going to start talking about proofs, okay? And to do that, we're going to first start given some postulates and some theorems. A postulum or axiom is a rule that is accepted true without a proof, okay? The first one that we're going to talk about says, through any 2 points there exists exactly one line. The next one says that through any 3 non-collinear points there exists exactly one plane. A line contains at least 2 points. A plane contains at least 3 non-collinear points. If 2 points lie in a plane, then the entire line containing those 2 points also has to lie in the plane. Okay? And then the last two is talking about intersection, and we've talked about intersections of lines and planes before. This gives us an exact postulate that says if 2 lines intersect, their intersection is a point. If 2 planes intersect, then their intersection is going to be a line. Okay? The first part of your assignment today is going to give you a picture, and they're going to ask you to state which postulate applies to the given figure. Okay? You're then going to have some that's going to ask you to determine whether it's true or false. And then if it's false or true, you need to explain it by the given postulate. So A says, if plane T contains lines EF and EF contains point G, okay, then plane T also contains point G. That is going to be always true, okay? In our definition, if you look, what it's saying is that in this plane, if we have this line EF that has those 2 points on it, then if that line also contains point G, then it also has to be in the plane. And if you go back and look up here at our rule, it said if 2 points lie in a plane, then the entire line containing those points has to be in the plane. So in other words, if this line contains another point, then that other point has got to be in that plane. Okay? The next one says that GH contains 3 non-collinear points. A line will never contain non-collinear points because non-collinear means that they're not in the line. Okay? A proof is a written logical argument that has definitions and postulates and things to support it. Okay? A theorem is accepted true because you've proved it. Okay? We've proved it. If I go ahead and move on to some of the properties about real numbers. Real numbers, you know your addition property. Remember, what you do to one side, you have to do to the other. Subtraction property, multiplication, division. Keep in mind your reflexive property is what they have the same on both sides. Symmetric property, if A equals B, then B equals A. So we can reverse that to give us the symmetric property. Okay? Symmetric property, same in the middle, and then same on the ends. Okay? Transitive property. If A is equal to B and B is equal to C, then A is equal to C. Okay? If A equals B and B equals C, cut out your middleman, then A is equal to C is our transitive property. Substitution. If A is equal to B, then A may be replaced by B in any equation or expression. And then, of course, your distributive property as well. All right? We are going to start off doing an algebraic proof today. Okay? So if you look at this example right here, okay, it says solve 2 times 5a minus 5 minus 3a minus 4 times a plus 7 is equal to 92, and write a reason for each step. All right? Our first thing that you're going to do when you set up a proof is you're going to always make sure that you write everything in your given equation first. So the first thing I did was rewrite this statement, and my reason is always going to be because it is given. Okay? You're always going to write your step after you do something. To solve this problem, remember we are going to distribute this over. So my second step is going to read 10 minus 6a minus 4a minus 28 is equal to 92. Okay? I got to this step, I arrived at this step because of previously distributing. Okay? And you can write distributive property of equality. Okay? The third thing, if I was going to solve this problem, would be to combine my like terms. It doesn't matter if you write the a's first or not. This winds up giving me negative 10a, and then 10 minus 28 is going to give me negative 18 is equal to 92. My reason right here is I just simplified. Okay, I didn't move anything over just yet, I just simplified it. Okay, so to solve this, the first thing I would do would be to add 18. Okay, so I have step 4 would read negative 10a is equal to 110. Okay, and then that would be, my reason would be addition property of equality. All right, and then the last thing I would divide by negative 10. And that's going to give me a is equal to negative 11. And our reason would be division property, okay, of equality. All right. You're going to have some that you're also going to be given problems, and I'm going to ask you to tell me what property is going on right here. So on example 5, it says if GH equals JK, then JK equals GH. Remember, the symmetric property says if you got the same in the middle and the same on the ends, then that would be the symmetric property. Okay. B says if R is equal to S and S equals 44, then R is equal to 44. So transitive would actually be this one right here. If I cut out the middleman and write my first and last term, that would be transitive property. Okay. Right here, if the measure of angle N equals the measure of angle N, that is the reflexive property. And D says 3 times x plus 2 is equal to 3x plus 6. That would be the distributive property. And then last, 1/3 x minus 4 equals x minus 12. So to go from here to here, they obviously had to multiply both sides by 3. So that would be the multiplication property.